Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. We are welcoming you for another round of Randomizer here on A Link to the Past. I'm joined here with Wolflink. What's up, Wolflink?
Me at this hour. It's really late here on the East Coast, folks. We have an 11 p.m. race here between KillerApp and Kotose here, but it's 80 keys with boots. So at least we got the boots.
That should hopefully wrap things up quickly, as long as they don't both decide to just both skip the front of, say, Castle Tower or something like that.
Alright, folks, this is Group D of the bracket here, and just to get you guys up to speed here, KillerApp and Kotose, this is their third game overall in their group stages, and they are fighting each other for the first time. KillerApp is currently 2-0, and Kotose is 0-2. So Kotose really needs to get a win here to have some good standing.
Alright. Kind of weapon do we think we'll see first?
Oh, well, you should see them start moving in a second now.
Timer's ticking for Kotose, so we're almost there.
Oh, he has a negative tire. I didn't even notice.
Here we go.
Oh, yes, some pallet shovels.
Pod.
Alright, and a small heated pod, yep. 1 of 6. So, folks, if you haven't seen what Key Sandy is before, that is essentially what it is. All our dungeon items are shuffled across the entire pool.
That Pepto-Bismol palette is very strange.
Yeah, pallet shovel does some weird things. Ooh, red rupees from the poultry. Nice find there for KillerApp. Some early money.
Mm-hmm.
Checking the drop tanner. Alright. Green pennant pod.
Okay.
Now, normally we want to avoid that dungeon as we get a second spot.
Pod key.
Yep.
Key is Swamp Palace. There's gloves.
Very nice finds. And we also got one other item here is the big key to Misery Mire. Now, normally we would want to avoid pod because it's a pendant dungeon. We don't need to do it as we get a bottle with a bee in it. That is what the AD part of this is. This is all dungeons. So they need to do, in addition to the normal goal of getting the 7 crystals, they need to get the 3 pendants and defeat Aghanim in Aghanim Tower.
I want to check you on that one because you just said pod is normally a pendant.
Yeah, no. Normally they would ignore pet ended dungeons because you don't need the prize there. Hyrule Castle small key found in the Hyrule Castle backrooms, along with a key to Castle Tower and a key to Ganon's Tower.
Okay. So we can definitely at least check the one Ganon or Castle Tower check once we can get in there.
And of course, with boots available, we can do this check over here.
Just a 20 piece.
That's still good.
Yeah. Especially early on like this.
So for those who may also not be aware, the reason why they're not doing map checks here is because this is another feature of Key Sandy in which the map is currently blank if they check the overworld map. They have to find the maps of the dungeons to get the prize information, or checks the hospital or the fight or the bomb vendor.
Just a hard crab. Boo.
Alright. Aghanim. Hello!
Ooh, that's a big key.
Well,
that's possibly in play.
Well, Aghanim was required regardless. So, that is a very good odds we need that big key. Which is unfortunate because you ideally want to leave Aghanim for last because you get the full heal and you get jumped straight into the fight. Looks like that may not be the case today.
Ooh, got a big key too? Skull Woods.
And that is one of the... Yeah, so it's not bad, but it's also not great because that's one of the 2 big keys that we know is strictly not required in Logic. Which means the only way that Aghanim is not required early is if that big key is for Swamp Palace. We can bypass a couple of the keys like in Ice Palace and Hera, but that's the only one that doesn't have any logical bearing. It only locks the big chest.
Ah, fair. Fine, so it's gonna give us a nice little collection of items here again.
Mirror. Lamp. Uh-oh. The other... Okay. Okay.
I regret nothing.
I think that was the last time I calmed AD keys. They've had to do Aghanim early. Well, that pretty much says it all there. They need a sword and the cape. Minimum.
Or just 2 swords. Either way works.
Yep, they need a sword regardless.
Yeah.
There's Titan's Mitts.
Shovel. Map 2 pod. We're getting a lot of pod stuff and a 300 piece. That's nice.
Oh, that's got some interesting connotations to it, I just realized. As we get another small key to Ganon's Tower. What if that big key is locking the Moon Pearl?
That'd be rude.
I mean, if we find the Moon Pearl, we can avoid Aghanim for a while. There's the hammer as well. So yeah, the only thing locking us out of Dark World and letting us skip Aghanim for at least for now is the Moon Pearl.
Nice little connection that we've already found a bottle. And there's our sword.
Well, if it's a big key, and if my assumption is correct, and it's a big key that locks the Moon Pearl, it can only lead to a Light World dungeon, so Eastern O'Hara.
Bombos.
Maybe even Desert.
Okay, what does the library have for us?
$20.
20 piece. Gonna pass.
Makes sense. And just gonna check the race game instead of going into it. It's just a heart piece.
Okay.
This is nice.
Yep, we're gonna continue the South Shore loop. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's not gonna save quick because he has the shovel, so it makes sense.
Well, no, I was wondering if he was gonna dip into Village of Outcasts.
There's the Alright, so Aghanim can be avoided now.
I forgot that was needed before Village of Outcasts as well.
Alright. 7 minutes in and we already have Dark World access full. And we have most of the things we need to do Castle Tower for a big key. Well, there's no logical bearing that Aghanim has on the scene unless it's that big key. So this could just be a case where he's just strictly required to clear sooner rather than later.
It's possible.
I mean, it's such slim odds that he has the Swamp Palace big key. So he's, if nothing else, he has a key that is logically required.
More than likely, yes. The odds are never in our favor. Ooh, half magic early.
Not bad.
Okay, getting some deviations here. Let's see what we can do.
Alright, mini Molder keeps as a red root.
50 on top.
Oh yeah, Kotose has full access to Hera here. And to the east side of the mountain.
No shield for you. Boomerang. Is that just a ruby on Kotose's side?
Looks like it.
Yeah, just a 20 piece confirmed on replay.
Alright, only 3 bones there. Kotose could check the medallion for Turtle Rock here, but choosing to go into Spiral Cave first. I kind of like this, actually, because then you can go back up and do all of the checks associated with Super Bunny and Paradox all in one go. Chester's Skull Wizard has the map to Hyrule Castle. Unfortunately, it's one of the few that does not give us information. Spiral Cave, meanwhile, giving us the small key to Turtle Rock.
Another map to Thieves. That gives us a little info.
Yeah, but the odds of us checking it are like still none. There's the cape.
Yeah. You have full Aga access now. Lippos.
Blue. Okay. Alright, Paradox Key coming up here. Heart container followed by some bombs.
All dungeons key sanity is what all AD keys is. Which means we're going to visit all dungeons and keys are randomized throughout.
Yep, so basically all the dungeon items that are normally locked to their respective dungeons are shuffled into the full item pool. And our goal is to, in addition to collecting all 7 crystals, we must defeat Aghanim 2 and get all 3 pendants. Or Aghanim 1, sorry. Normally Aghanim 2 would be required, and yeah, because he's on the pyramid, he is required. Sorry, it's late for me. My brain's gonna be a little scattered.
It's alright.
Alright. Koto's now going to Super Bunny here. I'm surprised he didn't go in the portals first and then mirror to check Paradox. Alright. King's Tomb check.
Arrows. Ooh, there's a sword upgrade. So
I
both
see.
of them have Castle Tower full access differently.
Alright, so someone's asking about the MSUs here, so I believe we were listening to KillerApp's feed, yes. He is playing the Super Mario RPG Remake MSU, and Kotose, even though we haven't heard them yet, they have the Sea of Stars MSU, both restream approved.
Skull Small and Hookshot Cave. And they're dipping out.
And our medallion to enter Turtle Rock is Ether.
Okay, gonna go into Thieves Town now. What kind of damage can we find from here?
Well, we only did the first 4 checks, but those first 4 checks are pretty quick. Especially with Mirror.
Looks like Kotose is just gonna do their castle tower after getting that master sword.
Probably gonna full clear the front as well, with the lamp and the mirror.
Kotose? Oh, that would...
Kotose. Okay. Japanese pronunciation. I know that.
The more you know.
So the S isn't silent, basically. KillerApp lost a little bit of time here with an accidental mirror, but gets back on track. The singular stash 100 rupees. Nice to see that sometimes.
I wonder how many digs it's going to take us to find the center of the Tootsie Pop.
I lost count there, but it was a smoky dark palace.
I haven't seen anything pop up out of Castle Tower yet.
Well, neither runners has gone up there yet. They've been doing the bottom of Hyrule Castle mostly.
Yeah.
Last check here is another heart container. Ooh, get some hammer pig action. And in here we just have a compass. Compasses aren't that useful in Key Sandy, unfortunately, for those who may not be aware. All they do is give you an item count for that respective dungeon. They do have a little bit more use if you're playing with enemy shuffle. They can tell you what the boss is if you have them shuffled. Maps, though, give you the overall information, but because we're doing all dungeons, we don't really care about what dungeon is where. The only thing we care about is the 5-6 and the green pennant, and we can just talk to NPCs to get that information. That's kind of a glitch. Alright, Case Alpha Grove, also known as K45, small key. Skull Woods, which I think KillerApp has full cleared outside of Moth. Ooh, magic powder.
Useful.
That's debatable.
I mean,
I say that
life.
mainly. Yeah, it's. I say that mainly because Kotose was just over at the Magic Bat turn-in. So it's nice to have, but it's just a little inconvenient about the placement. That is required, though, as we now know. So KillerApp is gonna unfortunately have to go back to do Magic Bat.
Well, I'm sure they'll be back in the neighborhood when they do Thieves Town proper.
Yeah, or if they get the flute. Flute would also be a good time to do it.
Yeah, that too.
Alright. Aghanim 1 being fought. How many of those annoying blue shots we can get today?
4.
Well, the maximum we get is 15, pending no misses. On the orange shots, which we need to get. Because he fires one of those guaranteed at the start of the cycle, and he ends his cycle with a lightning strike before repeating. I'm gonna say 3. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Smoky the Ice Palace.
Nice first set.
Map the Swamp. Smoky the Skull. The Fire Rod. And the Compass Eastern Palace.
Well, now Killer can do all of Skull Woods.
And oh my god, it's a 0.
Holy cow!
Steve being mad generous with Aghanim 1. Just giving us everything we need and giving us 0 blue balls. This is just like, chef's kiss.
With a 300 piece on the pyramid to give you a nice little boost to maybe do Zora. Maybe not.
Catfish Zora is a really tempting play right now because, well, you don't have the flippers, but we know they're in Logic.
Oh, right. I didn't realize she didn't have the flippers yet.
Well, the flippers, I believe, were over in Thieves Town, so that makes some sense. Or no, they were in Skull Woods. My bad.
Oh, fair. Okay, we're looking. Just a 50 piece.
Alright, what is she getting from Catfish? Heart piece, and immediately noping out. I think this is our first look at Mini Molder Cave as well. Here we go.
Yeah, because as far as either of them did for the South Shore Loop was the dig for in South or in the Grove.
Big key to Swamp Path. Okay. Big key to Eastern. So that confirms it. The big key on Lumberjack Ledge was in fact a big key that is logically required to beat the seed. And there's yet another big key. It's the big key to GT. King Zora, okay. Unavoidable.
With bombs on the ledge, just save and quit, man.
So, based on all the big keys we've got, there's only 5 options left. Desert, Hera, Pod, Thieves Town, Ice. All of them, only 2 of those can be skipped through tricks. And one requires the hookshot, the other requires the Cane of Samaria. Or we just use bombs, but that one's the slower route. Walking to Ice? Okay, she's doing the high PO already.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now keep in mind, we don't know if Turtle Rock's a pendant or not.
That is fair.
Our Ice Rock can be anywhere. It could be even in GT, if it's the pendant.
Oh, here's some knowledge.
5-6 are Desert Palace and Skull Woods.
Okay.
Alright, so those are important prizes found.
I mean, Killer could theoretically do Skull Woods, but since they haven't found the Master Sword, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Someone's asking if does those prices matter? They do actually. In the case of the green pendant and the 5/6 crystals, they could lock big keys we need, or small keys to logically finish the other dungeons.
Or items that are needed.
Yeah. So, for example, if Turok we know is not the 5/6 or the green pendant, Turok could be on the hospital or the pyramid fairy. So, knowing what those prices are is still pretty important. Alright, KillerApp is now at the pyramid. It's probably going to continue north to Catfish. Everything north is in logic for him.
Looks like Killer's gonna do their... Oh,
I like this. This is clever.
okay, I like it.
So KillerApp's going to mirror there, go to Hyrule Castle proper, and then mirror and go back through. And I don't believe they did the Hyrule Castle drop down in the graveyard.
I don't think so.
So he could do that and then backtrack to go get the item inside of the Dark Cross. Okay, back and see was done by KillerApp. Okay. Thank you, Ike here, who is one of our 2 trackers this evening. The other one being Dark Josh.
There. Okay.
Yeah, so Ike here once again, one of our 2 trackers here. I got cut off for a minute. The other tracker is, of course, Dark Josh. So thank you for guys for keeping those items up to date for us.
And keeping us honest.
All right, the other second small was there. Right. So yeah, I really like this this War Point KillerApp setup, because once he's done here, he can just mirror, walk out, and then go straight into the tower. No having to go around, because he's already there. It's honestly quite clever.
Mm-hmm. Nice way to route all 3 things at once.
Kotose, meanwhile, she's going to be able to full clear Skull Woods here. And Half Magic Fire is going to make things a breeze.
Right.
Okay, I have to give props to the MSU creator. Booster Hill for the Aga Tower climb is just perfect. Actually, is this Mr. Hill? I think it's one of the minigame sound tracks. I just don't remember which. Oh my goodness, the flute has been found! Kotose pulling ahead there with that. Oh wait, no, I think this is like Midas River. Yeah, this is Midas River.
Ooh, nice refill point.
Which is also fitting, because I think Midas River is just one giant auto-scroller over the area. Okay, I think this is a Great Guys Casino. Oh, man. Also fitting, because this is an RNG fight.
Alright, and Kotose goes ahead and kills Mothula for our first reward.
Which we know is the
Crystal.
skull.
Oh yeah, the 5/6.
Yep, we knew that was the 5/6 because of KillerApp's check. So KillerApp's gonna be pleasantly surprised here. I hope he doesn't miss a shot, because then he could just get blue balled at least like 3 times. Or no, twice, I think. Yeah, at most twice. And a couple slashes for good measure. Alright, Kotose done with Skull Woods. Moving onward to Village of Outcasts.
Gonna check Bumper Ledge really quick. Getting bullied en route.
Yeah, this routing is actually really good for Kotose because she can not only check Bumper Ledge, but also grab the big key that is standing on Lumberjack Ledge.
Ooh, fair point. Alright, what is this big key to?
It is to Tower Hera. So that is one of the big keys we could skip with logic tricks, but I don't know, the hookshot could be up there for all we know.
Yeah.
So logically it's required, but if we had the hookshot we could skip it. Ooh!
You seem to have just discovered something.
Look at Kotose's health.
Oh.
She almost got completely destroyed getting out away from Bumper Ledge. Overworld deaths are quite painful. She would have most likely abandoned Graveyard Ledge.
Well, if they had abandoned it, it doesn't seem like they would have lost anything, since both of them were arrows.
Alright. Where would you go next in this position here? We don't have any big keys. I'm thinking we dip ice, honestly. We don't have the big key there, but we can still do quite a bit in the dungeon.
I mean...
Like, we'd have to do the classic Ice Palace bomb jump strats. But the boss is reachable.
It depends on who we're talking about. If we're talking about KillerApp, I would say it would probably behoove them to go dip pod. But they also should go check up on the mountain and get their Master Sword.
Pod feels kind of in alright play. There's Quake. Oh, we even got all 3 medallions. Alright. I didn't even notice that, so it doesn't really matter where Myra is. The other thing I'd say that would disturb me from going to pod is that we don't have the bow, so the key routing there is going to be a little iffy.
Over rock, big key, that's right.
That magic will be nice. Well, I don't think either. Kotose isn't a man of the bridge. We know it's a green potion. Maybe climbing up Tower Hair is the play here. Looks like that's what KillerApp's gonna do.
Ooh, it's being pointed out. Kotose hasn't activated the flutes when they're right here in the area.
I don't think that's that big of a deal. Okay, this is Booster Hill. Okay. I can't mistake that trumpet. But yeah, no, they still had to do the frog, so they can just grab it on through the mirror, get that taken care of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jump to the hair chest for a 20 piece. Oh, we missed that. They picked up the Ice Palace big.
Oh yeah, they did. Hopefully, Kotose cycles over her flute here soon.
Alright, KillerApp gets their crystal.
Come on, Kotose, go left, go left. Oh no. Well, did they do the shuffle spot? Yes, they did, because they had the moon pearl in it.
I think. Oh, they're gonna do Stumpy, that's right. Which is powder. That's right, I forgot that KillerApp already grabbed that.
Yeah, the powder that was kind of annoying in hindsight because they just left the Magic Bat area.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Ether has cracked open the shell of the turtle. Can't go in yet, no Queen of Samaria. But Killer will be great to see that sword.
I'm sure they are. Now they can. I'll probably go head toward Skullwoods, I would believe. Okay, Kotose is gonna dip Womp here.
Oh, Kotose hasn't even been in this area of the world in general. Going to Swamp. This feels like a really bad play, honestly. Because you're just gonna check the one chest right here and then leave. Yeah. We don't have the small key to go any further. I think Kotose realized that they didn't turn on their flute. If there's any reason to go back to do it, it's now. Okay, yeah, they realized they had the flute.
Alright, they go ahead and get the flute activated. I don't see why they wouldn't go ahead and do the powder while they're in this neighborhood as well.
Yeah, we kind of need another item to just make a dungeon full clearable. Like, I want to see the Desert Big show up, to be honest. Because with everything we got, the mire is just screaming to be checked. And we can just mirror him back to our desert.
You got the checkerboard cave that's able to be checked as well. Fiber from Magic Bat. Okay, we're checking the Spike Cave out.
Makes sense. This is in logic with half magic and cape.
Just a 20.
And why is it going to save warp to get the Harrow back? Kotose is going to be checking the mire area. And not even going to check the medallion because it doesn't matter. She has them all.
Three.
Small key to desert. Alright, that makes desert entry a little bit more palatable. He unlocks 2 more items. Prevents the small key logic from getting in the way. And for those who may be wondering, yes, there is a sort of key logic in place. Basically, all you need to know is the game assumes that any key, both dropped and found in a chest, is used in the worst way possible. So, because we have a small key here in Desert Palace, the game will assume that you take a small key from the back side of the dungeon and use it to open the 2 chests on the side, but then the boss is no longer available because you no longer have a small key. So, Desert Palace's boss is logically locked behind getting both the small and big keys here in this dungeon. And the big key to Thieves Town. Alright, that's another 4 items. Actually 3, but...
You can clear it, too.
Yeah. Did Kotose go to the big chest in Desert? Oh, no, it doesn't have... Oh, but Tempered Sword. Alright, our runners are very glass cannony, and KillerApp is doing the Ice Palace ball and jump route of Ice Palace.
Just a bottle.
Yep, our third total sighted, but that would have been Kotose second. Alright, lining himself up. This is one of the few tricks in the game where the shadow is like really important on your sprite. I say that ironically as he's playing as a sprite can, by the way. But yeah, the Ice Palace ball jump is best lined up using your player's shadow. because the custom sprites come in all shapes and sizes, but the shadow is a constant. It is always the same size regardless of the sprite used. If you can do your sprite of choice, that's great. Hey, but the shadow is always a fallback. Alright, Kotose now into Tarahera. We know there's something major up here. Oh, I say that. We have the Ice Palace big key.
Yeah, we just found it right there.
Okay.
Ew.
Some little French vanilla armor upgrade right there. That is nice to have, because Coldstone hits like a truck, so...
A nice time to get a male upgrade. Ooh.
How fitting for the Ice Rod to be in the Freezor chest!
Of course, the ice rod's in Frozen Palace.
I think the best way to describe the Ice Palace key logic is that it's so bad that they had to redo the entire puzzle in the GBA remake.
The only problem I have is with KillerApp's thing. It goes from being a Coke product to a Pepsi to Coke.
Yeah, I mean, it's a distinguishable can color. What can you do about it, really? Poster goes down. And it was a pendant. I think the best way to describe the Ice Palace key logic is if the boss has a small key, then the dungeon is logically locked by Samaria. That's about the only thing you need to know. And the reason for that is simply because with that one small key is used to unlock the crystal switch next to the boss door, which is how you're supposed to intentionally solve the puzzle in order to get a block to push down there. Anyway, both runners done with KillerApp done with Ice Palace. Looks like Kotose is going to be entering Ice Palace. We're gonna take a quick detour here to get the Ice House. Oh my goodness, Kotose!
Playing with fire.
Walking to Thieves Town. Alright, Thieves Town's full clearable. Kotose, this is the second time now you've been on low health.
Yo. Why are we... Didn't we already do this?
I think Kotose wasn't aware of the flipper walk, the stuff you can do with the mirror. Oh no, yeah, they walked up here. They didn't do fake flipper. Because they came from Catfish. So they didn't have the fake flipper set up so they could do the in and out of the waterfall cave.
There.
You're not looking to go finish off the moth? Will be rewarded with the flute. items, we're not only missing the bow, the hookshot, and the cane of Samaria. That's it. Kind of crazy. We're missing more keys than we are items, which is common in this mode, but still. Big key wise, pod and desert is still unaccounted for.
Looks like Killer's gonna grab their flute on the way out.
Now, something to keep in mind, folks, is that pod is our green pendant. Our big key to pod could be in GT. That is allowed in Key Sanity All Dungeons rules. The only keys and big keys that cannot be in Genesis Tower are that of Crystal Dungeons. Half magic, blue mail, 11 hearts, free fight.
Alright, is Killer gonna go straight to activate, or... I have a feeling they're gonna... Oh, they gotta grab the flute first.
Yeah, I think they went straight to Moth, so they go back in for the last chest.
Aggression on double dip, according to chat, was what pod stands for.
Alright, so KillerApp's gonna be walking out of the forest. Honestly, if we're talking like strictly check density right now, I think Pod Eastern is the play. We may not be able to full clear either dungeon because we lack the bow, but very good odds we find a bow in one of those two dungeons at this point, I think.
But KillerApps right here might as well knock out thieves. Oh, they don't
With
have
what
the
keys?
key yet. Never mind.
Kotose was the one who found the big and small keys, and I think that was in Desert.
So Killer should find theirs shortly then.
Never now for KillerApp. So what are we missing from Gumbo besides the items? We're missing the Desert Big, the Pod Big, the Swamp Small, and a few TR Smalls. We need at least 2 more to have the Boston Logic, I think. Or at least reachable.
So we need at least 1 more GT key.
They have 2 already. That's more than enough. Unless they have to do the basement, in which case, yeah, they're going to need another one. Alright, ice path clear for Kotose.
Alright, looks like Killer App's gonna go take care of thieves really quick.
I think Kotose is following suit here.
I'd take you on that bet. Yep.
And our runners are tied up. They've done all the same dungeons here, so...
Yes, song leaves, the Sprite becomes a Pepsi, which becomes a Coke.
Yeah, both runners with the small key and the big key here to Thieves Town, as well as having cleared Castle Tower, so... They should be able to full clear Thieves Town here and get some more items. Because we can see the extra small key right there in KillerApp's HUD.
Mm-hmm.
And we, of course, did see Garden Kakarika Village as well, so we know he has done Castle Tower.
And you can see...
Nice
Kotose
boomerang throw!
has the same right before they throw off that boomerang.
Where were these boomerangs, by the way? I completely overlooked them.
I remember seeing the bloomerang, but I don't remember the red one.
Must have been an ice ballast, so we just overlooked it.
It's possible.
Red
Red was ice, confirmed.
Okay, yeah, we just didn't pay any mind.
It's one of those items you see and it just kind of...
Exists. The boomerang exists. It does some nice work, but it really doesn't do much in the grand scheme of things. Alright.
Alright, Thieves Big Chest. Do you have any kind of gift for us? A big keyed pod.
Okay, now pod feels like a much better play.
Oh yeah. So we still don't have the bow. We've got enough bottles we can do a mimic clip or something.
Yes, but with 4 small keys to pod, I believe the back part of the dungeon is fully in logic. We just can't do Harmless Hellway or the big key chest, because those would logically require all 6.
Correct. You can do Dark Maze, you just have to hammer yump it.
Yeah.
Logic schmogic.
And small key to swamp. Okay. Blind was locking up the goods here, so now we have access to Swamp Palace as well. But we can only halfway clear Swamp Palace.
So do we go do pod since we've got that collection, or do we go do swamp?
I say we go. I think pod Eastern is the play here. KillerApp's floating.
Okay, it looks like Killer is going to swamp.
I don't know how I feel about this play. Hmm? KillerApp making a change? KillerApp changing his mind.
Interesting.
Is he going into Mire? He is.
He is.
Oh, it's one size fits all today.
That was definitely a decision.
I mean, we can do everything in here except go to the boss.
Oh yeah, it was just he started going towards swamp, and that's why I was like surprised.
I think overall this is more checked. I think this is like 8 or 9. Whereas in swamp it's only like 6. And you'd have to do a long loop to get to one of them. But I think in Pond and Eastern, it's a total of like 10 between the 2 dungeons. So, Kotose is playing to density here. And we'll see how it works out. This is going to partial clip dip 2 different dungeons though. But if Kotose pulls the bow, that's just value right there. Gonna opt out of this chest here. The Smoky to Hera. Ugh.
That's not wanted.
No, but it could have something we need now.
Yeah.
So a bit of worrying. Smoky to Turtle Rock there. That is the second one we found? Looks like it. Potion glitch. Nicely done. So this is logically bow lock, but we did that potion glitch to bypass them.
But going this way also gives them access to the back without using another key.
Yeah, she's gonna be very happy with this here. Smoking against tower. There's our third. Oh, we got a cutscene chest check here as well. What do we got?
Heart piece.
And up for a full heart, but eh. So we have a question for one of our trackers here. If we fight Samari in Myers, GT a play? I would say no, because we cannot full clear the dungeon until we get another small key. Now, another small key could be in there, but we can only go as far as the big key chest or crystal roller room without that small key. But I really want that third key. That's fitting. Map in this dungeon. Where's the compass? Yeah. Oh, small key to this dungeon. Comes to Turtle Rock.
So foolish. Desert big.
Wait, Desert Big? That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That means Meyer to eat. Meyer to Desert's good. Alright, so Kotose is doing... Oh my goodness! What a pull! What a pull, folks! KillerApp pulling the hookshot out of Meyer. Huge.
All right, let's go ahead and check Desert Big and knock that off the track as well.
Pot is looking to be a complete bust.
That's what I'm seeing as well. Boy. Oh, Samaria.
Wait, that's a logical double dip. Okay, I see what you're doing, Gabe. So the Desert Palace Mickey was in Meyer, which locked... Oh my goodness. So these two dungeons locked each other.
Uh-huh.
And then they also locked Swamp.
I don't see how this comes to Kotose's favor at this point in time.
No, KillerApp just found the route. I think the only saving grace is if there's a bow here in Eastern. And the other bow is completely out of KillerApp's way. But Meyer having the GTB and Desert Big Chis having the Canis Samaria, the Meyer Desert play does not feel that great, but it's the correct play to make. It's just one of those that is just... You'd have to have hindsight in order to make advantage of this. Desert cleared. It is... that's our 5-6.
So that's 2 open. Since we've already done Skull Woods as well.
Yep.
Not
And
seeing
KillerApp...
anything from Eastern yet.
Well, KillerApp's going right back into Meyer.
Oh yeah. Able to clear it. You're right here. Why not?
Alright, this is Kotose's last chance here. If there's nothing here, then while this play was a good one to do on paper because just because of the check density, it ended up being the wrong play.
Sadly been all for naught.
Like, this would be like just bad luck, if anything. Nothing wrong with what Kotose did. Pyramid Fairy Bow?
That's a possibility.
It is very possible.
I wonder if Kotose is going to go to Meyer. Yep. Okay.
Alright, yeah, this is the correct play. So, got most of the checks done.
Sadly, it wasn't for any good purpose.
Not really. Again, this is was just luck at this point. It was a great play on paper, but it just bad luck. There was nothing there. And we have to hope that Kotose just takes that Palace Beaky and immediately turns it in.
Well, like Chet's pointing out, KillerApp could give time back if they go looking for the bow over in Pod Eastern.
Yeah, but I don't see them doing that. Because of that hook. Yeah, they have the hook shot. They can full clear Swamp. They would go there first.
Yeah.
Cave and spin strats for KillerApp. Get a little unlucky here with the eyeballs. And has the mirror equipped. Better be careful there, KillerApp, so you don't accidentally mirror. Small key to Turtle Rock. That is the... Oh my god.
Did that
oh my god.
Open Turtle Rock?
That's full... Turtle Rock can be cleared.
Okay.
So, it's a bow hunt.
Okay, so let's go to Swamp, would be my guess is where Killer's going to go next. Unless they chase that key they just got. Nope.
Yeah, no, this is the ideal play right here. There for KillerApp is to do Swamp into Super Ball. And if they don't find the bow, they go to Turtle Rock. If they do find the bow, Pod Eastern, then Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Or they can alternatively you go for the Pod Eastern hoping for the bow. And just save this little mountain climb.
I don't know.
But we know that's... Sorry, go ahead.
We got an entire dungeon to figure this out. Kind of see what it brings us as well.
And keep in mind, that Terra Smallkey could still play a valuable role here. We did find that in Pod, I believe.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Alright. Comes the desert.
And there's their hook shot.
Alright, please mirror and go straight into the desert.
Looks like they're setting it up to go right in the desert. Yep.
Okay, that is what Kotose needs to do. Okay. One bullet dodge here, but still very much behind.
Correct, because Killer App's already done Desert and Mire already, so that's 2 dungeons, per se, behind.
Gold sword.
I can't believe it's not a butter sword. Okay, we're gonna leave Left Side Swamp.
It makes some sense to go to the boss first and then do Left Side Swamp late afterwards. If you don't find anything this way. Because it's just faster.
I get it, I'm just saying.
Walking Mire.
Meh. Don't need that anymore.
But yeah, in terms of how this is playing out, KillerApp knows he just needs to find a bow for go mode. I would not be leaving a check behind, because they could just be both bows. Like, Left Side Swamp could have both bows, for all we know.
That'd be really rude.
Gold Sword's gonna absolutely melt Cold. Or, I said the wrong boss here. Argus. Burn, burn, spin. Classic one-hit kill. Ammo for that bow.
Arrow.
And the last pendant.
Okay, so that puts pendant in logic.
It also means that both bows cannot be in GT. One of them is out there somewhere.
Alright, I think Killer's gonna go do the bomb.
Yeah, this is Super Bomb. Kotose is going to head back into Mire. And one of the niceties about defeating Aghanim Tower is that we can just use this shortcut. Alright, moment of truth. French vanilla bow? Map to Eastern. Small key to Ice Palace. No.
Another key we're not gonna use.
So as we know it, it's either Left Side Swamp or it's Turtle Rock. And
Looks
going up the
like-
mountain, yeah, this makes the most sense. Because in addition to the Turtle Rock, you have the 3 chests in Hookshot Cave. This is the correct play, I think, from KillerApp. Especially with what we know about Eastern and Pod.
Correct. But if Kotose happens to find a bow or 2 in Swamp, if they do left side, that could be rather a big swing.
Oh yeah, no, if both bows are in Left Side Swamp, which is very low chances, then that's just gonna swing the seed completely into Kotose's favor, completely. Alright, checking Hookshot Cave first. Our container.
He's hard.
Our piece.
And a ruby.
Alright, Kotose finishing off Meyer and getting access to the third key of Turtle Rock. And now for our first look in Turtle Rock proper.
Okay. Now Kotose is going to go ahead and head towards Swamp. Let's see how thorough they are with clearing it.
Matahara. The one saving grace is that the only available bow is in, like, the Tarahara basement chest. Because that puts Kotose in a very good advantage here. Alright, what's here? Our piece and the red mail. Well, I think it's safe to say the KillerApp won't be dying anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
And yeah, at this point we know where all three of our pendants are. Because it was Pod, Swamp, Ice. So every other dungeon's a crystal at this point.
Could also have a bow on pedestal. There's pod key.
I don't think we can. Oh, that odd key was to count up to 5 there for KillerApp. So can full clear the dungeon if he plays his cards right. But yeah, I don't think a bow can be on Ped unless one is available for Pod beforehand.
Oh, oops, I forgot pod was our other pen.
Yeah. So it could be Silver's, but it can't be our logical first bow.
Yeah. Okay, we're leaving that one behind again. Okay, this is the moment of truth. What is... Looks like Kotose is going straight to the back. Yep. Okay. So, hard last locate if not.
Why is KillerApp leaving that chest behind? And that is a good question. That is simply because if he opens the path to that chest, he will not have a key to go to the boss. That is logically left behind having all 4 small keys. So he's sacrificing one chest to go make sure he can beat the boss. There's the bow!
There's the bow.
Let's go for KillerApp. An hour and 17 minutes, go mode.
Right, once he knocks off Trinex, quick flute to knock out Eastern Pod, and then right back up here to Ganon's Tower to take out Aga 2, and
yeah, KillerApp's not even checking any more chests. He knows he has everything he needs. Like, I'd still probably check if, for silver arrows just in case.
maybe, but it depends on if they want to check Laser Bridge.
No, he's ignoring chests completely. I would just check that appear on the way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, I would have done Crystal Roller Room.
No extra time sinks.
And Kotose is leaving behind left side swamp.
All right. So no idea if that's a beneficial or not.
Now, the unfortunate here is that we have Pod Eastern, and both of them, and one of them is a crystal, so there is a second mountain climb in Killer App's future here. But yeah, with Gold Sword, it is just going to be super easy here. And Kotose is making the right move heading to TR next, but I think it's going to be too little too late.
All right. We got our Turtle Rock. Crystal taken. Now off the Eastern Pod.
Well, wherever our silvers are, Ganon will definitely tell us when we got all said and done. Yep, this is going to be a flip to 5, and it's straight to the Pod Eastern play.
Depending on how Killer App does this, they could be done with both of these by the time Kotose is done with Turtle Rock.
Oh, easily. I think Killer App's not even going to bother checking anything in Pod. He's just going to go straight to the boss. But she just has to do. But she can just go straight through. Yep, pulling out the King of Samari for a quick and easy projectile that'll hit the switch.
Alright, grab that 50 piece and then let's go to the back.
Killer App's just flying through the seed.
While we're going ahead and getting a little bit of a lull here, make sure you go ahead and give both of these runners a follow. And for going ahead and putting on this entertainment for us tonight.
Yeah, definitely burning the midnight oil here on the East Coast. Alright, here we go with the pod fight here at Helmsor King. That was English. And yeah.
Quick work with that gold sword.
Only 2 slashes. Alright, that's all of the pendants. Now we need all the crystals. And then defeat the wizard once more. And Killer App, I like this. He's being very aggressive with his magic because he knows he's getting full restores.
we already have GT keys, so we're not going to have a tile room gambit, sadly.
Nope. But Kotose is now in go mode. She's about 2 dungeons behind now. Regardless of where the last soap bow is, Ganon will definitely tell us. It looks like Kotose might be looking for silvers. Nope.
There we go for our final boss. Killer App has completed it all. Time to head to GT.
Okay, game, you are very rude. Our first bow we found was in Mimic Cave. On the boss that requires a bow in Eastern Palace, we get the last Turtle Rock small key. So again, a logical double dip for Turtle Rock.
Just a boo.
This scene has a sense of humor, and I don't know if I should appreciate it or just glare at it.
Yes.
I think that is the correct answer.
All right, Kotose goes ahead and wraps up TR for their last dungeon.
Yeah, and Kotose doesn't have to worry about picking up anything in Eastern Palace and Pod because she's already done everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still 2 dungeon clears behind. And a mountain climb again. So it's not looking good.
No. Would need a complete power failure and then some on Killer App's side.
And again, to her credit, the plays she did were absolutely fine. It just was was bad luck that she didn't find anything in Pod or Eastern.
Exactly, that's just unfortunate. It wasn't a bad play. Like you've said multiple times, on paper, it makes perfect sense. Just sadly in execution this time, it didn't pay off.
Yeah, just going straight to the top here. Oh, wait!
Hmm.
You better not miss?
Ooh, right.
Ooh, okay. Luckily there was that 5 drop there.
Getting low on arrows there for Killer App.
Yeah, it was down to 1. Thankfully there's that 5-pack underneath the pot. Taking the deliberate fall in the pit here to just dash on through. This gauntlet is always the worst. Ooh, the res is actually cooperating though.
that Lambo just had to jump to the wrong side.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
Not too much of a time loss. I had to wait for the third one to blow up anyway. Alright, KillerApp's into the Wizrobe floor.
Alright, and Kotose wraps up Pod.
Yep, all she needs to do now is mirror and go into Eastern. Most likely gonna get the magic refill here at the top of the tower. And the health. Alright. Boulder 2. You're pretty free with the gold sword.
Mm-hmm. Last check. What you got? Key to Pod. Of course it does.
So I logically put the boss in logic for Pod. Oh, game. Alright.
That's just rude.
Someone said this was a knee slapper. There was a lot of knee slappers in the scene. I'm inclined to agree now.
Ooh, nice triple.
It might have been double, actually. Might have layered weird.
That was definitely a triple, so yeah, the first was a double.
Yeah, bad layering. 2, 3, 1. Classic combination.
Mm-hmm. Alright, KillerApp has knocked off Aga 2, dropping in on the big pig. Let's see where our silvers were. Alright, Kotose finishes up Eastern, and now they've got their mountain climb.
Yeah, but we're already seeing the Gator fight here.
Yep.
Very quick and easy with the gold sword. Just 6 slashes. Already has the lamp out for the torch glitch.
Ooh, dead rocked.
Unfortunate. Alright, where are they? My tower. So that means the bow in Mimic Cave was the only logical bow for Eastern Palace.
That's so gross. And so wrong.
And yet it makes perfect sense. This is a randomizer. We should expect that sometimes.
Yup.
Alright, so it is 12 spin attacks after this Ganon teleports away here. Some Eagle Eye viewers might be able to catch Ganondorf raising his arms as he teleports away. That is roughly the timing you have to hit in terms of visual cues. We usually just do spin attacks because it's just a lot more consistent getting that attack hitbox in during those frames.
Demand a refund on this seed. This isn't what we ordered.
Well, that's what we got here. And get your GG's in chat for KillerApp23, who is still undefeated currently in the Group D bracket.
GG's KillerApp. as Kotose opens up GT.
1:34:13 is the official time.
Nice Mega Man capsulation there.
And we are now joined in the booth by the winner of this race, KillerApp23. GG's to you, sir, and congratulations on this win. Still undefeated in Group D.
Hey, thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it.
GG's, Killer App.
Yeah, that was interesting. Not too
Yeah.
many speeds I get like front loaded with traversal items and stuff, so it made routing a heck of a lot easier than usual.
Well, the big deciding factor was you going to Meyer and Kotose going to Eastern Pod, and
Yeah, honestly, that was my next move if Skullwoods didn't have anything, because that's basically all I had left, and that flute sort of swayed me the other way towards Meyer.
oh, luckily it did, because it cracked the entire seed for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Like, the
still
only-
mine's still light, probably.
Yeah, the only thing that was noteworthy inside of the Pod Eastern area was the small key to Hera, which obviously we don't have anything in there that we need.
Yeah. I was getting scared that Bo would be in Pod, but that wasn't the case.
No, instead, the only logical bow was in Turtle Rock's Mimic Cave.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we had the last small key in Eastern Palace, which means that was a logical double dip. We had a logical double dip of Meyer. We technically had to climb the entirety of GT just to finish the logically clear pod. The powder was just after you started doing the Smith chain and purple chest.
Yeah, honestly, the key sanity part wasn't too bad as it usually could be. Or I didn't really have to make a bad double, or take a huge gamble until, of course, had no dungeons I could beat, so I had to pick one of them.
And then the knee slap, and then the cherry on top of all the knee slaps, 0 blue ball Aghanim.
Yeah, that's always nice. Don't get that too often, but usually my luck I get a bunch, so we'll take it. Yeah, I thought when I immediately got the Hyrule Castle and Agate Tower key and like the sword in Kakariko, I thought, oh man, early required Agassiz, but it was only needed for logical beating the Power of Hera.
Yeah, and even
That
then there
lumberjack.
wasn't anything there. Okay, that's where our last shield was. Just
Yeah,
sitting
usually-
on
I
bed.
usually get one in a full, all dungeon seed, but the only one I saw, I immediately noped out a Hera, which is funny.
Well, Kotose has one. I think it must have been in the Pod Eastern area. Yeah, we do have a question from one of our trackers here as well. What was the thoughts on skipping left side swamp?
Honestly, just I don't like it in that situation where I have where the play is to go straight to the boss and then had all of TR open. And I decided to do. If I had not already done Ag, I probably would have skipped Pyramid Fairy as well. But with it doing the mirror strats, I decided to do it before going to TR.
I mean, I think the super run was kind of a clean route there at that point, because if you didn't find the bow by then, you go to TR. If you did, you go to Pod Eastern.
Yeah, because it really didn't have much left after that, so yeah.
Yeah, just make sure the bow wasn't on the mountain before you went up.
Yeah.
Alright, Kotose now wrapping up the Ganon fight, entering phase 4 here in just a few swings. There we go.
I'm glad I remembered I didn't have hookshot when I was going to Swamp one time. I was like, wait, I don't have hookshot. I ain't doing this first. No way.
Yeah, I think that
Especially
was
after
the
already
issue.
checking the small key chest.
Yeah, we were wondering about that. Because you had that double take there, and we're like, oh, where are you going?
Well, I got the swamp small, and then you just tunnel vision, like, oh man, that open swamp, I better go there next. And oops, no hookshot.
Alright, and there we go, folks.
Get your GGs in for Kotose as she takes her big pig down to cross the bridge.
Kotose finishing strong here with a time of 1:41:37. Very respectable.
Yeah, pretty for the trolley. Hookshot and cane is pretty fast seed, all things considered. It's always nice to go Mo GT as well.
And we are now joined by Kotose. GG's.
Hello, GG's.
GG's.
That Meyer.
It was loaded. I had the first half, not much. They had the TR small, but I was like, maybe I made the wrong call. And then boom, Desert Palace. Boom, hookshot. Boom, cane in desert.
Yeah.
That was just bang, bang, bang.
I had did I have a reason for skipping left side swamp? Gambling. That's it. I never skipped left side swamp, but I was in a situation where like all I needed was a key, a pod small key and a bow. I was willing to risk it, and if I didn't get anything, like I didn't, I was gonna go to pod, or not pod. I was gonna go to Turtle Rock, like I did.
Good thing
and
you
I had
didn't
what I
need
needed.
that. Good thing you didn't need that pod key on validation chest. I thought
Yeah,
that was funny.
That would have been bad. Yeah, just I had a choice between 4 dungeons I couldn't complete. Chose the wrong 2. I thought for sure EP and Pod would have something.
Yeah, for a long time I thought I was gonna have a bow because I did all the mountain stuff in one go and didn't really find anything up there. I'm like, gosh, it's really gonna pod, is it? Because I had like 4 keys.
Yeah, and it's, at least in my mind, the Pod Eastern play was the most sensible just in terms of just sheer check density.
Yeah, completely. I don't regret my decisions at all. I feel like I put together one of my better 80 keys runs I've ever done. Just that hookshot placement in that midstream mire.
All right, we have a quick question from one of our trackers. Kotose, do you have a reason for skipping left side swamp?
I answered that. I totally gambled.
She answered that.
Oh,
We both made a small gamble, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no sign of that second bow, which was somewhere in GT. Must have been in the basement.
I didn't check any Helmosaur room, but yeah, it had to be the basement otherwise.
At
Yeah.
the time that I was taking it, I needed a small key and I needed a bow, both of which had 2 copies. I figured the chances of everything I needed being right there and not being anywhere else was pretty low.
Yeah, other than the other bow, the GT was, I think, was pretty barren. It had to be, because basically had all the other progression items and keys.
Everything that mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the C was also kind of humorous at points here with the 0 blue ball Aghanim, the multiple double dips, the, well, I wish I had this sooner powder.
Yeah, right after you leave Village of Outcast.
Well,
Unfortunately,
luckily I
didn't have
forgot
anything.
to activate the flute, so a reason
Yeah.
to come back.
Yeah, I checked it before finishing up Skullwoods.
Aga was required partially because there was a logical Tower of Hierarchy and partially because it's all dungeons, and Aga 1 is always required in all dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is part of the goal in all dungeons to defeat both Aghanim 1 and Aghanim 2, in addition to collecting all of the dungeon prizes.
I've never had a no blue ball Aga 1.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I've
might
had-
as well just be the cherry on top of the C.
Yeah, I've had very few myself.
Did you go to Castle Tower early? Like, as soon as you could clear it?
Nope. I got everything in CAC, got the Moon Pearl, so I had mirror, 2 gloves, hammer. So I just routed from Skull all the way around to Hype Cave, did South Shore all in one go, and then went around to pick up that key on Lake Hylia, did was it Hobo, and into Pyramid Ledge into Hyrule Castle and Aga Tower. So that's when I did it, which is nice because then I routed in Lumberjack when I went up the mountain. So
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that Lumberjack when I got the key there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, from one of the points that you guys were like neck and neck here, one of our trackers, Ike here, mentioning that you guys were 2 rooms apart in Thieves at one point. That's really interesting to note.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a really strong early game.
Oh yeah, because I believe you went up the mountain early with that glove and lantern, and you found the Master Sword in the Super Bunny Cave because you had all of that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. And that's what allowed me to do Castle Tower pretty early. I was there under 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, KillerApp meanwhile decided to go into the Dark World after finding the Moon Pearl and found the Cape, but ended up doing the Castle Tower, or after doing all the other checks afterwards with that on just Fighter Sword.
Yeah, I just routed around and did all mostly Hyrule Overworld and Dark World Overworld checks into Pyramid Ledge to Aga 1, and then they'll go from there up to Catfish and Zora.
Did you skip any open world checks? Non-dungeon?
Nope, I think I did everything. So I even checked Hookshot Cave before I went back into TR.
Yep, same.
Alright, folks, so this is about all the questions I have for you. So any final thoughts about the Steep before we wrap things up here?
That was a great race.
Yeah, it was fun. And you will pick our next matchup, which
It'll be Cross Hunt.
Cross Hunt, which I'm looking forward to. So
Definitely.
That'll be a good match to see here, folks.
Yep.
So once again, folks, get your GGs in chat for KillerApp and Kotose here. I do not know if we have another race here tonight. It is pretty late here for the SpeedGaming crew here, but if you want to watch more A Link to the Past randomizer tournament, folks, starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different races here on SpeedGaming happening across the day, including a match that is scheduled to happen at midnight tomorrow. So that is going to be a lot of races here. We see a Group AA match, 80 Keys of Boots, Strange Sword versus Clink, that's happening at 1 o'clock. Group U, also 80 keys of boot. BSJ versus Fred Coughlin at 4. 8:40, we have a cross-hunt. P-Train versus Jesse RS. And then the midnight match is an open mode match. Dixon versus Plasma Kappa. And that's just on Speed Gaming. Hey, we have more races happening throughout the day. Hey, but restreams on those are to be determined. And so make sure to follow Speed Gaming at Speed Gaming 2 through 6 so you don't miss any racing action, not just the Link Invest Randomizer Tournament. And of course, when we host some of these races, we do it on our ALTTPR channel and its subsidiary channels as well. Make sure to also shout out to our tracker Darth Josh Shannon and Ike here for keeping those items up to date for us and keeping us honest up here in the booth. And of course, what's up? It's been a pleasure commentating with you.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you tonight as we got to see this adventure through Hyrule. Thank you everyone for viewing, and we'll see you next time.
From all of us here at the Link Fast Randomizer, I have been Wolf Think 0370. I am dog tired and probably going to go to bed. Good night, everyone.